Witajcie, które jeszcze tak 10 minut poświęcimy na dialogi, potem ruszymy fabularnie. Zakon sam na siebie kręcił bat przez stulecia.
I appreciate that.
Okej, czy jest jeszcze jeden dialog? Z rzędu mi się odblokowały dwa,
I
czy?
trust all is well.
Nie, chyba nie.
Yes, what of it? Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that? I don't swoon. Ah, well, that's not so bad then. What do you need, my friend?
Nie załamuj człowieka.
As you wish. The Pentaghasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same. No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentaghasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold. I do not visit, if that's what you mean. The Pentaghasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I. Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentaghast could truly be. I idolized him. I wanted to hunt dragons as he did, even though our uncle forbade it. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me. No, it's fine. A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them. He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance. At times I could not breathe. The rage nearly choked me. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind. My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Nevarra, the real Nevarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all. They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living. A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Nevarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it. Is there anything you need? Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems, a Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies. What do you need, my friend? The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal? Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully. No, the Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones. Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands. We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness. We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
To prawdopodobnie dałoby się tego uniknąć.
When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
Nie dziwię się.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual. I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some Seekers use it to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Jakby dobrze nie jest magiem?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then. It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words. I don't fully understand it, to be honest. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
Okej, czyli poszukiwacze byli założonymi templariuszem. W dużym skrócie. Rozumiem. Chodź tu, kunari cholerny.
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional. I'm sure...
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
If you're on edge, I should alert the entire Inquisition.
Or increase my hazard pay. That's an option.
The thing's that bad.
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
I wish we could get better acquainted, Harding. When the dead aren't rising around us, perhaps.
The world would crumble to dust before you ran out of ills to fight. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Okej, w tym odcinku będę chciał raz zabrać fabułę, dwa zamknąć to najważniejsze wydarzenie CRESTWOOD, którym no jest ta szczelina. No i szkoda. Zadanie spokojne wody jest najważniejsze w tym momencie w realizacji. Fajnie by to było się nie blokować na kwiatach, na krzewach, przepraszam, nie na kwiatach. Kwiatki są ładne, krzewy niekonieczne.
Yes, preferably without drowning.
Oj, kasztanki, bo nie bądź taka ponura. Pirofit, cokolwiek to jest za skała. Nie jestem geologiem, nie wiem. Czego to może być odpowiednik. Pewnie po właściwościach, jakie ma w tym świecie, dałoby się wyczuć jaką skałę tu mamy. Jest szara straż. Napadź ich.
Grey Wardens thank you for your aid, Inquisitor.
Will you stay to fight the undead here?
My orders forbid it. Crestwood was only a detour. If the Inquisition can help, I beg you to do what you can. The villagers have already lost too many.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
A warden named Stroud is wanted for questioning. We heard he'd passed through here, but the villagers knew nothing. They have troubles enough.
What have you been told about this room?
Warden Commander Corell ordered his capture. I can say no more than that. I hope Sir Stroud comes with us peacefully. I trained under him for a time. He's a good man, I'm sure of that.
Farewell.
Strauta bodajże poznaliśmy w dwójce jeszcze. Hawk. W którą stronę musimy przejść? Tu jest miasto. Do tego miasta i tak musimy przejść.
None of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Crefus's plot to seize the order.
I do not think so either. The infiltration in their ranks may be subtle.
Right, because they would have said.
I hope Hawk's warden friend has answers for us.
Gdzie jest moje zioło do palenia? Znaczy do eliksiru. Coś mi walić do picia. Gdzie jest mój rumianek?
Undead by the gates.
The guards need help.
Na czym polega problem? Oni mają poziom 11. Ja mam poziom w tym momencie 14. Są 3 poziomy za późno tutaj.
No one this time.
Can you see? The corpses are coming from where old Crestwood used to be.
Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Make her, if something happens.
Are you looking for someone named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
Likes her space, she says. I told Judith my house was big enough. Me and the boy could sleep in the barn if she wanted room. She turned me down.
Good day to you.
And
Ty prawdopodobnie nie zaproponowałeś tego, po prostu zabiło ci serce, kolor. To się dało jakoś otworzyć chyba.
Maker, it's the end of the road.
Było drugie wejście. Nie, on chyba jak skończy to coś w kresku. Coś no tam wszystko nie widać.
Please, the man could use your assistance.
Burmistrz powinien dostać kosę pod żebro.
The Inquisitor. Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
Między innymi.
Right. We're not just gonna leave them.
The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake? It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
I saw a dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain me? There must be some other way.
We are trying to help. The Inquisitor is the only one who can close the rifts.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. I can't ask you to risk your life.
You're risking the village's safety if you spurn my help. Or is someone else coming?
But... No, they aren't. This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Tell me about your village.
It's seen happier days. We farm what we can, trade with the merchants who travel the King's Road. We only want peace, your worship. It's all we've ever wanted.
Until later.
Gdzie jest to zioło cholerne?
Did you see how the Great Warden saved me from them?
miejsce wycinki do zajęcia. Dziwne, że posada nie w lesie, ale... Okej.
You honor us, Inquisitor. I am Sister Vaughan. Does the mayor finally plan to drain the lake? I must find someone to retrieve the remains of those lost there.
You want to exhume the corpses at the bottom of the lake?
They were the Maker's children. Their earthly bodies deserve better than abandonment in a mire. A funeral service will help put living minds at ease.
Your devotion does you credit, sister.
Seeker Pentecost. Forgive me. I did not expect to see the right hand of the divine in our humble village.
Be at ease. We have too much to do to stand on rank.
Yes, Seeker. As you say.
Dobra. Dalej nie wiem, gdzie jest moje... Gdzie są moje narkotyki, w taką brzydką nazwę. Tam jest. To chyba nie jest to. To jest embrium. Też się tam trochę przydaje. A w tym momencie większość eliksirów potrzebuje swędzi roślin. No i wymagam też tego do mojej... do rozwinięcia Inkwizytora do
Not so
łupieżcy.
bad, yeah? Except maybe the bits that are.
Sera, twoje zdolności obserwacyjne są jak zwykle na najwyższym poziomie. Myślę, że zioła to tylko metal. Tylko żelazo. Znaczy tylko. No. O! A to kto? Tajemna zmora. Może ta sztelina będzie łatwa do zrobienia, tylko dlatego, że tu jestem dużo później niż fizycznie powinienem. 8-11 to jest taki zalecany poziom tutaj. A ja mam 14. Ale zamiast tego poszedłem na zachodnie pustkowie na poziomie 14-16. Ja byłem na poziomie 13, więc... Wybijcie też dziedu. No i Cassandra ma pełną gardę i Inkwizytor. Cassandra bardziej ze zdolności. Ja mam z tego, że mam ten miecz, z tego co pamiętam, tak wykuty. Serce tajemnej zmory. Okej. Ta jaskina mnie gdzieś prowadziła. Nie pamiętam. Grzyby kombinowe. Też się przydadzą do mikstur. Do mikstur leczniczych najważniejsze jest... Generalnie do mikstur najważniejsze jest epikolog. Tam toników i granatów to już raczej inne rośliny. Co? Mogę tu wejść? Musiałbym z drugiej strony zamknięte. Z drugiej strony. Okej, czyli nie tędy. Czy zmarnowałem czas i poszedłem nie tam, gdzie miałem? Coś jakoś naokoło szło, chwila. Nie, bo ja muszę iść w dół.
I can understand how someone might want to join the Wardens.
You're the Inquisitor. But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons, your worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
By joining the Grey Wardens, you can't think of something less lethal?
You actually want that? I mean, they're heroes, but fighting that stuff all the time.
And I wish you luck in their service.
Thank you, your worship.
No, Sera może mnie nie popierać. Przedstawianie się jako mag w momencie, w którym magowie są znienawidzeni, nie jest najlepszym pomysłem. Niestety.
There's the keep the mayor talked about, and the bandits.
The walls look sturdy. Taking it wouldn't be easy.
Ja myślę, że to zajmie nam dłużej niż 5 minut. Najpierw chcę dotrzeć do tego strażnika. Potem będę obalał tą twierdzę. Przełącz umarłak. Już Crestwood były Australia. Wydaje mi się, że były. Na pewno były. Nie, to jest do góry, okej. Tu są malutkie bryłko, co? O, tych pająków. Wyraz o swoim zdolności nekromancji też nie jest zły. Fajnie ta nekromancja działa. Może dużo fajnych rzeczy do sprzedania. Jest ten witar ze swędzi rośli, ale samej swędzi rośli nie widzę. To na niej mi zależy najbardziej z tego obszaru. Obsydian, prawda? Tak. A to mnie gdzieś można zaprowadzić już, co? Przydałoby się jakieś pochodnie albo coś. Nie ukrywam, byłoby mile widziane, bo tu nic nie widać. Okej, wyjście z tej jaskini już. Tak, jest zastrary. Widać po tym. Tak randomowo wykuta brama w ścianie. No nie no, tam coś jest.
Glad you made it. I just got here myself. My contact with the wardens should be at the back of the cave.
A group of wardens were protecting a villager from corpses out near Crestwood.
They were likely hunting my friend. Glad they didn't come looking for people to help in here. They might well be good men, but they've been given bad orders.
I to nam dopiero otwiera. Teraz mama nam dopiero otworzy zadanie. Na tamtej pustej, na zachodnim podejściu. Mylę z syczącym pustkowiem. Mylę te dwa obszary czasami.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
My name is Toud, and I'm at your service, Inquisitor.
Most of you wardens disappear. Then I run into a darkspawn magister named Corypheus. Do you think that one might have something to do with the other?
I fear it is so. When my friend Hawk slew Corypheus, Weishaupt was happy to put the matter to rest. But an archdemon can survive wounds that seem fatal, and I feared Corypheus might possess the same power. My investigation uncovered clues, but no proof. Then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
Maker, why didn't you tell me?
It was a Grey Warden matter. I was bound by an oath of secrecy.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
The calling tells a warden that the Blight will soon claim him. Starts with dreams. Then come whispers in his head. The warden says his farewells and goes to the deep roads to meet his death in combat.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Likely because of Corypheus. If the wardens fall,
Who will stand against the next blight? It is our greatest fear.
So Corypheus isn't controlling them. He's bluffing them with this calling. And they're falling for it.
Is the calling they're hearing real? Or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I know not. Even as a senior warden, I had heard only the vaguest whispers of Corypheus. The wardens believe that this calling is real, and they will act accordingly. That is all we know for certain.
You said all the wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you?
Sadly, yes. It lurks like a wolf in the shadows around a campfire. The creature that makes this music has never known the love of the maker, but at times, I almost understand it. We must uncover what Corypheus has done and end it. This cannot stand.
How can Corypheus make all these wardens hear the calling?
I cannot say. We know little about him, save that he is dangerous. He is a Magister, as well as a Darkspawn, and speaks with the voice of the Blight. That lets him affect the minds of Wardens, since we are tied to the Blight ourselves. It must be how he created this false calling.
So the Wardens are making some last desperate attack on the Darkspawn.
We are the only ones who can slay archdemons. Without us, the next Blight will consume the world. Warden Commander Clarel spoke of a blood magic ritual to prevent future blights before we all perished. When I protested the plan as madness, my own comrades turned on me. Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach. It is an ancient Tevinter ritual tower. Meet me there, and we will find answers.
Let's go.
Okej. Ja zrobiłem 15 poziom. Powinienem trochę zespeedować te zadania związane właśnie z Szarą Strażą. Smoka dzisiaj nie będziemy robić raczej. Zmarło najgorsze, co było zrespione. Jest najbardziej irytującym, najgroźniejszym, a nie najgorszym, w ten sposób. No schowaj tą broń. Esencja ognia, ona będzie później do run wykorzystywana. Mózg zwłok, bonus do obrażeń na nieumarłych. Wszystkie bonusy do obrażeń, one się fajnie stakują. Tylko problem polega na tym, że no nie chcę teraz oddawać, bo ja nie wiem, czy nie stracę materiału potrzebnych do craftingu. No, to co? Bandziory biją się z wilkami. Z wilków będą miał skóry do uzbrojenia, do pancerzy skórzanych zombie. Zobaczmy to astrarium, jak ono wygląda. O, żeż ty, geometria. Okej, chyba tak. Do trzecim razem się udało. Viridium. No to jest skała. Wcześniej was tu nie było, teraz jesteście. A dobra, kij z wami. Mogę się tutaj tepnąć? Nie, bo jestem tracie bardzo. Mag leży, dla mnie bardziej zależy zawsze. Z drugi. A, zabili mnie. To mi się nie podoba.
You know, you shouldn't make fun of people being scared of magic just because you can scare them back.
I take it you think I'm frightening.
Not naked, you're well fit, but all armored up and fierce. What do you think some stable boy sees?
A seeker on the side of righteousness.
Here's what I learned in the alleys. Ah, mages. Ah, Templars. Ah, Tevinters. Ah, hungry. When you're little, everything is ah!
Sera i tłumaczę de facto ma rację. Wszyscy się boją zarówno templariuszy, jak i magów. Magów, bo mogą cię spopielić. Templariuszy, bo nie wiesz, czy nie uznają cię za maga. Siema. Pewnie było inne wejście. To jest najszybsze. Sorry pieski, potrzebuję przejść. O, te zmienione przez pustkę są najważniejsze. Bo one pomagają tworzyć przedmioty arcymistrzowskie. Jak w tym momencie mój claymore. Chyba wszyscy. Na pierwszy rzut oka. No ja tutaj nie ma nikogo, kto mi zagrozi w tej twierdzy. Jestem... Wszedłem tutaj dużo później niż powinienem. Przez to nie ma tutaj na mnie mocnych.
Reinforcements!
Myślę, że jeden. Okej, to nam zamyka chyba twierdzę. Częściowo. Możesz mi naskoczyć. O, tylko mi zapasy było. Dobrze widzę tak. To raz, dwa, trzy. Dlaczego sera nie zużywa mikstur? Tego nie rozumiem. Przez to jestem zawsze... źle nie liczę. Czyli mam wypisane ile ich mam, nie? Ale... Kij z wami. Co tu jest w ogóle? Ale zaraz stwierdzę. Okej. zająć się łucznikami. Jest... Idzie kolo z młotem. Dalej da trochę tego expa. Wątpię, że będę długo aż na tyle, żeby cokolwiek zaawansował. 45 na mojej postaci.
This place would be an asset to our agents if you claimed it.
Payday, yeah? Let's get some merchants in your new house.
Wywieź tę flagę. Calił babrani krwią. Okej. Kiedy zajęta?
Welcome, Inquisitor. My name is Charter. Leleana's eyes and ears, especially in this place. I'll have some information for you once my man Butcher finds us. It's running late.
Sister Nightingale tell you why she wanted agents here?
We lie on the main road between Denerim and Valroyaux. Couriers stop here all the time. For what they're paid, some have surprisingly loose tongues.
When's this spy named Butcher supposed to arrive?
Half hour ago, by the south gate. I hope he's only delayed. Butcher's last message swore he had secrets for us worth 10 times his weight in gold.
What's happening in Crestwood?
The roads are nearly deserted. Too many undead keep rising from the lake.
I should...
Dziękuję wam za uwagę i widzimy się w następnym materiale. Na razie.